they did, how did he get to this level? He and his contemporaries were able to clone our thinking and change our psyche. They worked for political or administrative or whatever you want to call it, but they worked for power and they got it. They worked for leadership, they got the leadership, they were not after money, they grew up through the chain, working towards that leadership and getting power, also getting the money, because leadership and power comes with money. But when it comes to our own tool, they realize that if they allow us understanding the importance and what comes with power, we will not allow them, because we are more educated than they were, we are more enlightened than they were, we are more informed than they were. So what they did was to change our psyche from thinking about leadership to redirecting our thinking towards thinking about making money. So for everybody that is here now, the first thing we think about is, how do I make money? How can I have money? I need to have the best of house. I need to drive the best of car. I need to marry the most beautiful woman. This is our thinking. The same thing goes to the women. Before they were domestic, they were waiting for us, the men, to bring the money. But nowadays, the women knows money and look for money more than men.
They discover themselves.
That is it. That this clone of people have succeeded in changing our thinking. So we only think about money, 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 money. We forget about leadership, leadership, leadership of power. This is why when my brother here was part of the negotiating team for Buhari to be in power, when Jonathan was the head of state. Maybe you don't know him, but I will also tell you a little about him. Himself, Abdulsalami Abubakar, and Reverend Father Matthew Buka were the team that I would say made Jonathan to make that pronouncement or make that august phone call that changed the political system of Nigeria. But today, is he even recognized by Buhari? No. Are you, sir? No, he's not. But he worked towards that. Why is he not recognized, appreciated, or even invited by Buhari to now? Because their one thinking is, if this young man can be part of that, and if I allow him to grow, he will challenge me, just like he's challenging him now. He's aspiring for the office of the president. And who will tell me that any of us here is not qualified to be in that office? Or any of you here is not qualified to be in that office? So they change our thinking. We are after money, we are after power, we are getting the power, we are busy looking for money, and we are not getting the money. Because they know we will look for it, because they have changed our psyche to think towards making the money. So they redirect us to look for the money, and they withdraw the money. They are not allowing us to get the money. We are not thinking of power, we are losing on both sides. So it is time for redirection of our thinking. It is time for us to reappraise ourselves. And it is time for us to really work towards consolidating power. I said in my opening statement that Nigerian youths, everyone here is a youth. Because by United Nations standard, a 60-year-old person is a youth. Yes, that is the United Nations standard. So, Mama, I can as well call you youths. So, the youth constitute 70% of the total number of Nigerian people. If we are 180, then the youth are 120 million. They said it's 67. All the same, it's just about that figure. Maybe you remove 3 million out of the 120 million, it will still give you the number. So if we are that many, and we are the ones giving the power to them, of the total voting strength in Nigeria, 70% of the voting strength of Nigeria's electorate are youth. Only 20, or rather 30% are elders. And of this 30% of elders, only 10% of them participate actively and fully in electioneering, campaign, voting, and what have you. 20% are at home. While of this 70% of Nigerian electorate, the voters, that are youth, 60% of this 70% participate actively in election, in campaign, in ballot box snatching, in everything bad and good. Which means the power belongs to us. It lies with us. We are the power. We are the owners of the power. We are the givers of the power. We are the deciding factor of who become what in this country. And if we are that, then what are we doing? Why are we sleeping? Why should we allow 10% to control 60 or 70%? Or if you like, you can take it as a whole. Why do you allow 30% to control 70%? That is where the money now comes in, like he said. Because if you go there, it is expected, how much money do you have that you are aspiring for the office of president? How much does he have? By the way, who is he? Or who is she?
You want to go and get his
He's greedy. He's national cake. So he wants to go and get his share. And it is the same me and you that are the youth that are making them who they are, that are insinuating this. So it is a house divided against itself. We are fighting ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now, and now is the time. It is we either do it now, or believe me, we will never do it again. Sorry, I'm deviating from the actual topic, but I'm getting there. I have to talk to our consciences so that we can wake up from our sleep. They said we are the future of this country. I am 45 years old today. As a child, I was privileged. My father was a military man. I also served the military before voluntarily retiring. And after retiring, I went into civil society and human rights activism, and that I'm active up to today. Back home in Kaduna, I am the chairman of Kaduna NGOs Forum, that is a conglomeration of all civil society organizations in Kaduna. And I've been chairing this organization in the last 6 years. So which means, what am I saying? Let's come together. Let's work as a team. Even among ourselves, the presidential aspirant, let all of us come together, discuss honestly, passionately, selflessly, and agree to present one person among ourselves. Just one person. Let us be selfless. It is not about us, it is about Nigeria. It is about salvaging this country. It is about taking back power. You don't take back power with mouth. You have to act it, you have to walk it. And to act it and to walk it, we have to be selfless. We have to be patriotic. So, I'm also using this medium to call on all of us, the young presidential aspirants, to please come together. Talk to ourselves selflessly. Talk to ourselves in whatever way we want to talk to ourselves. But at the end of the day, let us agree that it's only one person that can be a president. Then let us come and agree and present sole candidates. When we present that sole candidate, let all of us work for that candidate. And believe me, nothing, absolutely nothing will stop us from doing it. Please, this is my question. Mr. Chairman, I will ask you to take up that responsibility.
It's as if, it's on already.
I know there's a meeting tomorrow.
Yes.
I shall see.